Golden Piggies here, and today is another video, another day where we are doing an anime quiz. So when I mean by quiz, this is going to be a targeted quiz towards One Piece. Now, for those who do know, of course, but for those that don't know me, I am a massive One Piece fan. Don't get me wrong, I feel a bit hypocritical saying that because I haven't actually read the manga for it yet, and I want to get around to doing so. But I've rewatched One Piece I think I'm on my third time now. I'm not in the later episodes, but like I said, I've rewatched it like for the third time. I'm quite far into it. You know, I love obviously a lot of the characters from it. I love the whole crew. I'm very into my pirate sort of thing. I mean, One Piece is one of those things, but Pirates of the Caribbean, I mean, Treasure Island, Shipwrecked. I love things like this. I like treasure. I like pirates. And I just thought no better way to kind of test my knowledge, see how much I know by doing a One Piece quiz. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So it's more targeted towards me, what I watch, and it just tests my knowledge, sees how much I know and what I don't know. And as usual, what we'll do is I'll put the website link down in the description box below, so you'll be able to click on it and you'll be able to attempt this quiz as well, whether you watch this video and you do it after, whether you've done it multiple times before even watching this video, or whether you want to pull the quiz up alongside this video and we'll do it together, and it kind of be like we're helping one another or doing it together sort of thing. But yeah, more than said than done. There is 2 quizzes on this site. I think they are different. I'm not sure. There are like characters in anime One Piece, Ultimate One Piece quiz, and there is also I think manga and anime. I'm just gonna scroll to the bottom and I'm gonna do the Ultimate One Piece quiz. I'm just gonna see. I feel like the Ultimate would be probably the best, like, you know, more questions sort of thing. So I think I'll give this one a go. And yeah, let's just get into it and see how we do basically. So, One Piece trivia and how well do you know manga and anime? Monkey D. Luffy ate an apple, devil fruit, evil fruit, or rotten fruit. So I don't want to spoil too much, and I think as well, just to say, if you haven't watched One Piece and you want to, maybe click off this video as well because I don't want spoilers. But as you know, in the world of One Piece, the fruits that they eat to give them powers are called devil fruits. So we're going to go ahead and select B, and then we'll click next. Oh, okay, I think it's one of those where it's not going to tell us how we did till the end. So, One Piece, okay, I'm literally reading the same thing now, right? Who idolizes Roger? Luffy, Nico, Brook, or Shanks? I could understand why people would put either one of these two, but yeah, I think it's definitely Luffy. I mean, just the spirit and just like, you know, what he wants to achieve, what he wants to accomplish. Definitely kind of like in the eyes of Roger sort of thing. So yeah. And obviously, you know, I know obviously people who haven't watched One Piece won't understand. Roger is kind of like the king of the pirates sort of thing. You know, he kind of ruled the pirate world, like he was the top, like the most wanted sort of thing. And Luffy, main character, looks up to him. So let's click next. Right, so who is the navigator on the ship? So we've got A for Luffy, we've got B for Usopp, we've got C for Chopper, and we've got D for Nami. So obviously with your crew, obviously they are friends with each other, but also they have different job roles, and some of them are there for their own reasons. And Luffy is obviously the captain, Usopp is the sniper of the group, and Chopper is the doctor, and that leaves Nami as the navigator. You know, she's good with maps, charts. She's the one that gets them from point A to point B. And yeah, she's the girl that knows what she's doing. So we're going to go with D for Nami. One Piece anime is based on a manga, a true story, a geek mythological mythical story, I can't even speak, or none of these. it'd be really cool if it was based on a Greek mythical story. I'm very into like gods and stuff like that. So that would be really cool. And obviously when they talk about some things in the anime, it is, I think, not real, but obviously, you know, old stories, old folk tale, old sailor stories, but and it's not based off a true story, but yes, it is based and written off the manga from Ejiro Oda. So we're just gonna click next for that. I mean, I could be totally wrong. Like, he could have based it off, like, he could have wrote the manga because of a true story, but yeah, that's all I know from a manga, and I do want to get around to reading that. So, which of these devil fruits did Luffy eat? So, we've got the Mero Mero no fruit, we've got the Logia devil fruit, we've got the Gum Gum fruit, and we've got the Rumble Rumble fruit. So, yeah, I'm not really like 100% good with the devil fruits. I get confused with like even though I'm a huge One Piece fan, I do get confused with like Logia and like the other types, and like what the Japanese name is and what the English name for it is. But Luffy did eat the Gum Gum fruit, made his body into rubber. So I'm just gonna go ahead and select the Gum Gum fruit. I mean, see, that I don't even know if that's like a real one or like that's the Japanese like thing for it. I have no, I don't even know. See, I'm not too good, but also it's just because I'm not good with Japanese, so I don't know. So the musician on board is A. Brook, B. Zoro, C. Frankie, and D. Tama or Tama. The musician on the Straw Hat crew is Brook. If you've ever seen a skeleton-looking guy in One Piece, he is the musician, and you could also class him as a swordsman as well. But he is, don't get me wrong, they're all there for their own reasons, like I said anyway. But he is the musician. He's the one that entertains them all, and you know plays all these instruments. So, Gold D. Roger is known as the best sailor in the world, loser in the sea, king of the pirates, or bravest pirate on the earth. I'm not going to talk through this one too much. I did say it before. Gold Roger is the king of the pirates. And yeah, I mean, technically, you could say he's the best sailor because, you know, pirates and sailors could class the same thing. And he probably was the bravest as well. But yeah, C, king of the pirates. Let's click next. Right, okay, this is where I might struggle a little bit. Right, how many seasons of One Piece are there? Right, so I'm assuming that means like episodic seasons. I mean, how many? Well, when was this quiz done? Because really, depending on when this quiz does, there could be multiple answers for this. Currently, I think right now we're on like episode like 1000 and something. We're on the 10 arc at the moment, but I don't know. And how many like episodes would you put in a season? I don't even know. I mean, what classes like episodic seasons? But it's got to be like 23 or 21 surely, because I'm thinking as well with the openings. They have like different openings for like different arcs. I might be wrong on this. I think I'm gonna go with 23. I don't want to go with 18 because I'm thinking of openings, and we've had more than 18 openings. I could be basing it wrong. It's probably not on openings. 21 just seems like a kind of in the middle number. I don't think it's 28. I could be wrong, but I'm just gonna go with 23. And we'll see at the end. Hopefully we can review our answers, because I'm actually like, you know, I actually want to research that. So who's the creator of One Piece? As I said before, based off a manga, Ejiro Oda. So we're just gonna click that straight away. Tony Chopper can transform into a human monkey hybrid, a human reindeer hybrid, a human rabbit hybrid, or none of these. So Tony Chopper is a reindeer, a little cute little reindeer. But yeah, Tony Chopper is a reindeer, but he did also eat a devil fruit. And he ate the human fruit, which means he can not transform, but he's half human, half reindeer sort of thing. He can move his body, manipulate it sort of thing. And he can talk as well, which animals don't really, you know, they can't be doing. that sort of thing. So we'll click human reindeer hybrid. The name of Luffy's crew is Pirates with hats. That is so boring. So pirates with hats. We've got wooden hat pirates, metal hat pirates, or the straw hat pirates. So obviously main character Monkey D. Luffy is known for wearing a straw hat, and when he first put together his crew, he named them after himself, the Straw Hat Pirates. The funniest. It just makes sense. Right. Wait, so I must be wrong then. This quiz must have done a couple months ago, maybe like a year ago even. How many episodes of One Piece are there? This is really wrong, really, because not wrong, but it's like I don't know when this quiz was done, so any of these answers could be right. I want to feel like this quiz is recent. I don't know. I'm gonna go with 981. The only reason I'm gonna go with 981 is because up to date at the moment we're on like 1,000 episodes. So any of these could be right, and I don't think that's my fault, sort of thing. If I knew when this quiz was done, I could be more accurate. But I'm not like any offense to the person or whatever. But like I said, any of these answers could be right. But I think I'm just in my mind, I'm just gonna put 981 because, like I said, we're on like 1,000 episodes at the moment. So I'll just go with that answer. So Shanks is often found playing games, drinking alcohol, playing a guitar, or clearing the ship. It's probably drinking alcohol. Honestly, every time I see him in the anime, he's all. Wait, Ultimate One Piece. Is this the one I'm doing now? It must be like around 981 then. I have no idea. But yeah, usually he does like, they do party around, play games. But yeah, I'd definitely say in drinking alcohol. I mean, like, you know, one of the scenes where like Mihawk goes to him and shows like Luffy like his wanted poster. I mean, he's drinking. He's always partying. He's always drinking. So I'm just gonna select that as we go. The protagonists in the anime, doctors, singers, poets, or merchants. Yeah, I mean the whole point of One Piece is I would have thought it said marines or sailors, yeah, but no. The main protagonists are of course pirates. So we'll click next for that. You know, because it's in such big lettering, I keep going to like read this. I'm not meaning to, by the way. What ability does Luffy has? Extreme flexibility in the body, control over minds, elemental manipulation to become invisible. Yeah, he has extreme flexibility in the body. That's only because, like I said, he's at the Gum Gum fruit, which allows him to be rubber, so he can stretch any part of his body, fingers, you know, his arms, like his head, his stomach. So yeah, but as well with the One Piece universe, a lot of these are true as well. Not for Luffy in general, but for a lot of the Devil Fruit users, they do have sort of powers like that. But like I said, Luffy has extreme flexibility or stretching. So yeah, Chopper saved the crew from /an. Wait, what? Enemy infection, gigantic octopus. I don't know. Wait, that's a bit of a weird question. He could have saved them from anything. I'm gonna say an infection just because he's a doctor. Like, I don't actually know. Like, because that's not. I don't want to say it's wrong, but it's like Chopper obviously is a doctor, but he's also part of the crew. But I'm just gonna say infection because, you know, I remember that, you know, the whole point of, like I said, if you haven't watched One Piece, skip off. Or you haven't watched all of it, then skip off if you don't want spoilers. But yeah, definitely. I mean, there was like when they was gonna go get him. I mean, Nami had an infection. I'm just gonna click infection. I could be wrong. It could be anything really. I mean, it could be an episode I haven't watched, and it could be a gigantic octopus. Oh my god, I can't speak. Sorry, guys. Octopus. But I'm gonna say infection. I'm gonna go with infection. We'll just see where that takes us. So, Zoro's hair colour is A, green, B, blonde, C, pink, or D, orange. No, Zoro is my husbando and he is green. His whole look is green, to be honest. His hair, the robes that he wears, the band. So yeah, we're going to go with green. Carrot is a monkey, bear, worm, or a rabbit. I actually haven't got to this part of the anime. I don't think so. But Carrot is a rabbit. I've seen stuff. I also find it funny though that like it's called Rabbit. No, sorry, it's called Carrot, but it's a rabbit. If that makes sense, like that's just so funny in my mind. But yeah, we're gonna go with the rabbit. Next question, and we're on 19 out of 20. Okay, we're nearly done. It's so like light, I can't like see like what question we're on, but we're on I think 19 out of 25. So Frankie is a slash an cyborg, animal, alien, or a normal human. So like I said, don't want to say too much. Frankie used to be a normal human, but obviously after an accident had to like use all the parts and stuff. So he is a cyborg with that colatch recharging him when he needs it. So we'll click that and go to next. So the map to the Grand Line could only be decoded from a holy book, a special parchment, ancient text written by ancient civilization. None of these. I'm confused. It's not a holy book. This must be like the poneglyph, but also I'm sure like it was like a map or something. I don't know because because as well I don't know if like anyone else has, and if they have, please just I might do a video on it as well. But I've just recently watched the One Piece live action, and Luffy and Nami got a special parchment for the Grand Line, and that's what she was like passing on. I'm gonna say a special parchment. The poneglyphs, if that's what it's talking about, talk about the new world sort of thing, and like it gives you clues to the Grand Line, but it can't be decoded from the poneglyphs because, like I said, they didn't get. I don't want to like spoil too much, but yeah, I'm just gonna go with special parchment. I'm sure it's just a normal map, but just a like parchment sort of thing. So we'll go with that. If I get that wrong, then obviously I'm not an actual true fan of One Piece, and I've got to go and rewatch the whole show again. So the Sanji is heir to the Chinese kingdom, the British kingdom, German kingdom, or the Japanese kingdom. Yeah, so Sanji is part and obviously heir to the German kingdom. So we're going to click next on that. What did Sanji wanted to see or explore? Nothing as such. The largest fish in the world, a mermaid, or the all blue ocean. Yeah, so obviously Sanji, the chef of the crew, he has his own roles for being there, and his role is to see and explore the all blue. Apparently it's a vast sea with different types of fish, ingredients, salts, things like that. And obviously as a chef, he's very, very interested in that, and that's his reasoning for going on the crew. He wants to find the all blue. So we'll click D and we'll click next. So what does Luffy wishes to own? Everything in the world, a resort, an island. What, to be honest, if Luffy actually saw a resort, like a hotel resort which had like a massive slide, water, like he would really want to own a resort. But no, it is the One Piece. It is the name of the anime, the greatest treasure in the world. No one knows what it is at the moment. It could be anything. We're still obviously all very clueless about what it could be. But yeah, he wishes to own the One Piece, and that is what attains you to being the king or queen of the pirates. So Portus D. Ace is Luffy's father, brother, cousin, or friend. Portus D. Ace is Luffy's brother. A bond of brothers, also we should call it. But yeah, Luffy's a big older brother, and also another one of my husbandos as well. Love a bit of Ace, I do. So the last question, 25 out of 25. It's a very simple one, but pirates illegal in some waters. I have no idea about it. Can I be honest, right? Technically, like I said, I don't want to spoil too much. If you're a pirate, then it's illegal. But if you are one of the seven warlords of the sea, as they call it in the anime, which would you call that a pirate? Yes, but also they have a different name to them. you are kind of illegal, but not in some, but not, no, you're not, you're legal, you are a legal pirate. If you're one of the 7 warders of the sea, you work for the government, so you're allowed to be legal, but I wouldn't say illegal in some waters. It's just genuinely, I'd say illegal anyway. In the One Piece world, pirates are illegal. I mean, you know, that they steal, you know, typical pirates, they steal, they kill, you know, they rush over villages, you know, kill everyone. So yeah, let's see how we did. Oh my god, wait, I got 24 out of 25. Oh, okay. I mean, look, at least I can call myself a One Piece fan. But wait, I got 24 out of 25. So Monkey D. Luffy 8. Okay, so we got that one right. We also got the Roger question right. Navigator, of course. These are questions, I don't want to be too cocky, but these are questions I like kind of new. Like everyone's gonna know them. I think even if you've watched like 15 episodes of One Piece, you're gonna know. One Piece is based on So what question did I get wrong? No, I need to actually watch One Piece again. So the question I got wrong was the map to the Grand Line could only be decoded from. Was I wrong? Well, was I wrong? Obviously I was wrong. Was it the poneglyphs? Was it the ancient text? Oh my god. I wouldn't. We'd have to come back and get 25 out of 25. I'm actually, don't get me wrong, I'm like, even though I'm a One Piece fan, I'm shocked I got 24 out of 25. Like, I was expecting to sit here and claim that I was a One Piece fan and get like, you know, 15 out of 25, 10 out of 25. But to be fair, 24 out of 25, I'll actually take that. That is really, really good. But yeah, the map to the Grand Line could only be decoded. It must be the poneglyphs, or unless it was a trick question and it was none of them. But yeah, there we go. One Piece trivia and how well do you know manga and anime? We got 24 out of 25 on the One Piece trivia. Like I said, I do like my One Piece. There's going to be more One Piece videos again in the future, more One Piece quizzes, reviews. Again as well, if you guys have watched the live action, talk about it in the comments. Let me know, like, give me your ratings out of 5 out of 10, like, you know, ratings, how you felt about it. I've only been hearing good things about it, and obviously it has got renewed for another season, which I'm very much looking forward to. But like I said, if anyone wants me to do a video on that, my thoughts, or even give a review, then let me know. Again, I do love my One Piece, so I'm happy to keep posting and putting out videos of One Piece. And as well, I mean, I've got loads of One Piece merch, but anything, like I said, I'll put the quiz down in the description box below. So, well, not the the description box below. So just click the link if you do want to play this quiz as well. Again, for those who obviously haven't watched One Piece but do want to watch it, maybe don't go on this quiz because it is a little bit of spoilers. But yeah, like I said, I definitely like these quiz videos that we're doing. And like I said, there will be more. I'm never going to stop doing our little fun quizzes every now and again. But yeah, like I said, I'll put everything down in the description box below. I'll also link my twitch.tv as well, /golden piggies as well. I'll also put it on the screen for you now, guys. If anyone wants to just like kind of quickly pause and quickly just run and type it in. If you do have a Twitch account, go and follow me over there. It is free. If you enjoy games, if you enjoy more videos like this, anime, talking, chilling, and if you are into very much cozy games, go and give me a follow over there on Twitch. Like I said, I'm getting my goals higher and higher on that as well. And like I said, if you do just want to catch me on a live stream and talk to me in person as well, I've only got a little bit of a small audience, so if you do want to talk to me in person as well, just go ahead over there. And I'll also link my gaming Instagram, and I'll also go and link anything else that you guys might want to be linked to. So if anyone's interested in my art, I'll also link that down there as well, because I do have an art channel, so please go and check out my art over on that channel as well. But like I said, for today we are gonna call it a day with these quizzes, One Piece trivia, and how well do you know the manga and anime. Honestly, I've had fun, guys, so thank you everyone very much for watching. I appreciate it, and thank you for coming as usual. Remember to comment, like, and hit the subscribe button for more. I can't wait for the next quiz, or in fact the next One Piece video. So thank you everyone very much for watching, and I'll see you again shortly. Take care. Bye bye.